Now, a lot of people are giving her cred because, oh, it's only like an hour and a half of work every day, which is not true because if you total up the time without any transportation, she has to be at this for a minimum of 4.5 hours a day. From 8 to 8, doing this every day for 15 days, overtime in most states. I have never had an employer that would be okay with me missing the start of the day, the middle of the day, and the end of the day to go do another job for somebody else. It is never legal to be paid less than minimum wage, even if you do contract work, and to be held hostage for less than minimum wage just because some people think you made an agreement is absolutely ridiculous. But I don't know any job that's going to let me come and go as I please to go work for somebody else. I don't know any shift that's going to be like, I'm going to need to get off early, I'm going to need to get in late because I have this dog I need to walk. They won't even let me do that with my own dog. And I found it even more alarming that people were dragging her in the comments for having some standards when the standards were switched on her before she could even begin the job. They weren't agreed on, but the pet owners did it anyway. I think the most insulting part of this is how many people were upset that OP complained about having to sleep on the couch at this time, even though she was promised a bed. But what kept getting missed were all of the things that the clients kept changing a week into the protocol. There's no reason to change it if that was the agreement. So they say, fine, you can have a bed if you want, but you have to wash the sheets because that's not our job. Or you can go home. Either way, you have to be here for these 3 time slots. And bear in mind that if OP decided to go home, she's adding travel time to and from wherever she's going when the agreement was that she was going to have a place to sleep and not have to travel. There's also nowhere in the communications that OP was going to be recorded in places where she was supposed to have expectations of privacy. And there was also nowhere in the communications after she said that she was being recorded that she was not going to be recorded in the bedrooms. You can bet your bottom dollar somebody as problematic as these people are still going to be recording her in the bedrooms. No neighbors, no family, no friends, nobody who could help these people out when the pet sitter, the paid pet sitter, dropped out at the last second. How is that not a red flag? Somehow it wasn't a red flag that the last sitter flaked out. Somehow it wasn't a red flag that these easy dogs didn't have somebody who could pop in the morning or pop in at night or maybe even in the afternoon for a little bit of fun time in this 5-bedroom suburban house. And I'll take the red flag one step further. Rover charges an arm and a leg, an absolute premium for which the pet sitter takes out a massive cut. So if these guys are willing to pay through the nose for a last-minute sitter and nobody else can help them, why is that not a red flag to everybody on this sub? The economy is about to get real bad, real fast, and if this is how we're going to treat our fellow workers, you can bet your bottom dollar all of us will be bottoming out. And the only people standing up for OP are the people who have had to give up full-time work for less than minimum wage to make people like this happy